name is Rosa, and what's your name?
Godfred.
Good. Viewers, Godfred here is going to tell us what he thinks about the Ghanaian movie industry. Godfred, people are saying that our industry is not booming the way we expected. What do you think is wrong?
Well, I think what is actually wrong with the movie industry is, well, there aren't most people investing in it because they think the talent is just something people find on the street. But I feel it's more than, like, it's gold. So if we put work, we basically promote our culture. Economically, to the country moves forward. There's a lot of investors coming in, which develops the country and then takes up all these stuffs away.
Okay. You just said something about investment. Why do you think a lot of these companies are just refusing to invest into our Ghanaian movies?
Basically, you can take a look at most of the movies. The storyline are just not on point, and it's to see they take very long at a particular scene, and there are no morals in it. But I feel that there's a lot of talent out there. They need an opportunity to just get something better doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think investors are not investing because there's nothing to move them or shake them from their seat. Oh, this thing is better. This thing, when I invest in it, is going to bring something to my company. Get me?
Okay, Godfred. So tell me, what do you think we can do? That is, the players in the industry, what do you think they can do to be able to package their products in a manner that will attract investors?
Well, I think the movie makers should broaden up their horizon, look at the possibilities, things that could make the movie a shaker and then a grounds for more things in the economy. Because basically I also do entertainment and I'm working on a few things, and also I think most actors think their talent just like, I want to be famous, I want to be popular, but there's a whole lot in that. The whole lot of stuff's in that. So I believe the directors should bring up their A game, and then the storyline should be moral, and then like make the youth feel, oh, this is good. We have to join it or put some work in it or support our own.
Okay. Godfred, I would like to know once again, you just mentioned the issue of moral, and you know, morality, it depends on where you're looking at it from. So why would you say that our current movies do not carry that moral message?
Back on the take on the proper storyline form. So if they don't have enough scene, they just get, hey, you do this.
What is Ghana saying about our creative industry? What is the world saying about Ghana's creative industry? Has it been of help looking at today's acting system within our country? What is happening with our youth when it comes to legacies that has to be left for them within this industry? Well, then the new era, because we have the answers to all of these questions. What are we seeing with our industry when it comes to creativity? Yes, the youth have something within them to show. But where is the building and the roof on it? You don't start asking me about whether the roof is standing when you saw the building fall. Our building, which is the creative industry, is falling. Some of us have sat for a while, and we think that if it didn't benefit us, it must benefit the youth. The answers are with New Era. We are the New Era. Yes, we can. Because we are capable what we lost a while ago. What did we lose? In the days of that told you so's, Ghana made a name internationally, not just in Africa. And up until today, we'll have those movies on our screens and people will want to go watch them. But it looks as if we have nothing to show. Whereas every day, day in, day out, we have people going on set. Various movies all over the place, but yet we're not making an impact. To kill it, our TV stations, all of the waves are covered with material that are not from our country. And you get out there into their country and they don't want to watch what we have. The questions are being asked again. Then I give you the answers. It's the new era. I have come here today so that this menace will end somewhere for us to start something afresh. And why do we want to start afresh? Because that image that we lost a while ago, we want it back. That is the language of the youth when it comes to the creative industry in Ghana. I cannot do this alone because knowledge is not in the mind of one. By God's grace, I'm privileged to have wonderful people, well informed about the creative industry, both in our country and outside this country, to help me disseminate this menace to the extent that realization will dawn on everybody who would want to get into this industry, for us to have all the images we lost back, have them back now. I have this wonderful person with me who is very much into business, sees much into the creative industry, and also has issues to do with what we are realizing right now. Because he will look around and all those old names that we knew that we call celebrities, today are nobodies. Who is a celebrity? Is it that one with nothing? Or that one that made a little name but has achieved something? Helping me do this, there is a special person. Put your hands together, please, for Mr. Cliff. It's still the new era. And entering into within and wanting to bring something from within. I cannot do without talking about a very special person who is going to be the one to produce and has been producing from day one until now. Well informed, disciplined, and ready to bring in talent and make talent work and translate talent into wealth. Because one of the areas New Era is looking at is wealth creation. Put your hands together for Black. The world has changed. It's evolved. We have moved away from manual stuff into electronic stuff. And today we've come all the way into the usage of the internet. Simply having information spread worldwide. This person, a professional in that regard, knows much about all that has to do with E. I'm talking about using the electronic age. When it comes to things to do with internet, in-depth knowledge is embedded in this person. We are by God's grace privileged to have in our midst Roland. Please put your hands together for him. It will never be complete until we have actually talked about the people that make the production work. What have we seen in the past up until today? It's always been about advertising and exposing products rather than the people that make those products. So here it is, celebrities all over called actors and actresses. Unfortunately, we have nothing to show for it. Why? Because we're not taking care of the welfare of the people. I have a specialist in HR. I'm talking about human resource, who is very much informed when it comes to managing human beings. This special lady of mine has also come on board to bring her in-depth knowledge and supporting the people that will make these products get known to others. Put your hands together for Madame Rosa. Welcome down. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a privilege having you on this panel. Yeah, because to have this level of knowledge come with me on what we're going to discuss, which has to do with the new era, it's not common. I'm personally privileged to have you on to come dilate, the information in depth to a leverage where everybody can have understanding. Challenging enough to make we who want to get into the creative industry get to understand what new era is about for us to take the best decisions from now, which will inform our future. Please, you're welcome. Okay. Now, without wasting much time, I would want us to go a little bit into new era generally. And before we can talk about anything else, I would like to throw out the question to our producer here. And I would want you to give us a little knowledge, tell us about the vision and mission of the new era. Black?
Thank you very much. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I go by the name Edwin Yakon or the Dabo Edison Major Adams, known as Black in the entertainment industry. Yeah. The new era started way back years ago. It all started when I met Big Mike in the industry kitchen, cooking. And I asked him one question. Big Mike, what can we do to change the industry? He gave me some money to go to the industry market to buy some ingredients. As I called back, we were cooking. And after cooking, imagine what we saw, the new era. You are confused, right? I'll tell you. The ingredients I got was differentiation, marketing strategies, to make things different in the entertainment industry. But it's boring when you see celebrities dead and we try to go to government to solicit to bury them. It's very funny. But when you go to the outside world, celebrities are worshipped. But here in Ghana, I don't want to mention names, which is sad. Because when you have talent, you are a little bit beyond human. To act as a doctor, whilst not getting any education, is crazy, huh? But in Ghana here, they are not respected. Because of the branding. Because of the branding. When I say branding, what is branding? It's not about money, it's about the ideas. Okay. Welcome everybody, because the dream is big. It's now or never. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I want to talk about something which is quite important.
Right.
Somebody said to me that one of the problems they find with our creative industry has to do with the fact that blockheads find places safe when it comes to what we do. So in our country, it is until you cannot fit into anywhere. You cannot be the manager of that company. You cannot be a doctor. You cannot be the administrator. You cannot do nothing. That is when you want to run into the creative industry. So right there, at least the bits and pieces that are left over for dogs, so to speak, you go eating them. But when it comes to the real food at the table, it is not for people found within the circles. Mr. Cliff, you have been in business outside this industry, and you are now within the industry. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think when it comes to what we do? Is it profitable enough? So much that we need to change our ways and then probably bring it up to speed so that then we can attract that kind of investment, which we are not getting from the companies, right?
Well, thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
I believe this industry is an industry where you can come up if you want to, But in Ghana, it's unfortunate. The money and everything involved as to the welfare and everything of the artists and all the actresses and the actors are being undermined, if I should say.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman. I've done so many businesses, but to put yourself in that situation where you can make people watch you, laugh, and have some kind of belonging as to relating to what you're watching is very, very difficult work. And I believe that people should get paid, very well paid, for what they do.
Yeah.
It's not just for ordinary people. You have to be extraordinary to put yourself in that position and to have people watching you on TV each day, in and out. So I believe things have to change. And I believe the new era can put things right so that the future generation can really benefit out of this transformation that's going on.
Exactly.
And I think you guys, we can do it. Thank you.
All right, okay, so there's a transformation that is going on. I prefer to call it a revolution. Yeah, because we entered into an arena where, I mean, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. It's taking the violent now to take it by force. So we've gotten into an arena where we're not waiting for any oldie who is ideologically impotent, so to speak, to bring our youth down. We're not going to take that. But I will come back to you, Cliff, again. Why will the corporate world in our country decide not to invest in what we do? And what will make them want to invest in what we're going to do?
Well, I believe the corporate world, they have a bit of problem when it comes to advertisement. We need to do more, because if they want to invest money in all these movies and entertainment, then they need to reap what they are investing in.
That's right.
And if I'm a businessman now and I need to invest about 50,000 Ghana into a movie, and after everything, I don't get my money back, next time I can't invest in it.
Exactly.
So I believe there should be more effort put on advertisement. At the same time, the movie that's going to be shown on TV as to the educational level of that particular movie. Because if the movie is going to an educational aspect, you have the audience, they follow it, then the corporate industry, they like to advertise their product. And when they advertise their product, then it's two-way in. You are cashing in,
Exactly.
the company too is also cashing in.
Exactly.
So I think that's the way forward.
Right.
And
So you think that they've not gotten enough
no, I don't think
from our industry?
No, I don't think so.
So it's not attractive enough, so much that they would want to put their money in?
Not at the moment.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
That's the reason why, like we heard from our brother Black, we want to come in and give them what they want, so that we can also get what we want. Okay. That still cannot be possible if we're not disciplined within. The industry itself, from a lot of research work done over the years, has shown that the industry is not taking care of the people that are citizens. So all of the people that we have within the industry who, like you said, are supposed to be paid well, taken care of and all of that, we don't see. For instance, in our country, it's about somebody has a production and they go speaking anybody and everybody, and then they just have to come and perform. They are given some unfortunate monies that are sick, and then they feel comfortable with it because they're made to believe that it's going to come on TV, and then finally we don't get good products, because if you don't pay well, you don't get the right acting and everything goes wrong, and then it's like the people don't want to give anything into it again. I am looking at another direction. What can we do to support our actors, our actresses, our musicians, our dancers, our modeling people, you know, within, to make them look more attractive, so much that the corporate world will want to bring in their money. Madam, you help us.
Thank you very much. Let me start by saying that as industry players, we need to carve a niche for ourselves by, first of all, being disciplined in whatever we do. Because for anyone to be able to compose a song and then sing that song or get people to play instruments along with it for the person to perform, it doesn't come easy. It comes with a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
For anybody to pick a script, learn the lines, deliver with emotions attached to it is not easy. It comes with a lot of effort.
Yeah.
So as industry players, we selves need to be disciplined first, and then for the people who produce these movies, it will be important to see whatever they are offering as something worth paying for.
Sure.
Because we have a situation at the moment where you have so many talents out there, but they cannot sustain themselves with acting alone, or music alone, or modeling alone, or dancing alone. Why? Because Ghanaians are not ready to patronize what is their own. Ghanaians are not ready to encourage the young people to do what they know how to do best. So if our own people cannot encourage us to do what we can do, how do you expect a Nigerian, a Liberian, to be supporting a Ghanaian? It doesn't work that way. If we're able to support our people and put in the systems that would encourage them to be able to do what they are doing, that way they can look back and feel proud of what they are doing.
Right.
And another aspect to it is that it's so sad that people would work so hard in this industry, and when they are gradually aging, you see them and you feel like crying, because you look back and see what this person has contributed to the entertainment and creative industry, and you wonder and ask, what happened? Why is this person ending this way? So I believe that we need to restructure our people management as far as the industry is concerned, so that we must place a certain value on what we are getting from artists, actors, and actresses, because it's just not fair. What the situation we have at the moment is not fair, and it is time we appreciate our own. I get broken each time I turn on the television and all I see is Kumpum Bagia. I see this, I see that, and our own products are not being marketed.
Exactly.
We need to do something about it. And I think with the new era, I'm sure we are going to break barriers.
Right.
I'm sure we're going to restructure things. And I'm sure that a few years to come, anybody who is part of this new era will look back and feel so proud of whatever they have contributed to new era. Thank you.
You did mention about all of these products from Ghana, which are not shown on our screens. But like Cliff explained, those TV stations are managed by people. They are business people. What they are looking at is audience, to watch what they bring in, content. Do we have content that is priced enough for Ghanaians to want, and for that matter, the people that have people here, it's not all Ghanaian. So somebody was tasted good food and now has to come eat something that they're not really ready to eat. Do you see the businessman as really going to be ready just because he's a Ghanaian to put out products which is not selling on their TVs?
I believe there is more room for improvement.
Sorry.
Because I believe we have very good stories that we can tell about ourselves. And I want to throw this challenge to most of the script writers we have in the country at the moment. Sometimes you watch some of the movies and it's sad because you realize that they don't have content.
No,
and obviously, like you are saying, no businessman will want to invest into something that will not really fetch anything out there.
That's right.
And if you compare the content that we are getting from outside to what we have, it means that we only have a few people actually doing some good work.
That's right.
That is being projected outside there for people to see that this is what Ghana is producing.
That's right.
So I believe our script writers need to do a lot of work.
That's right.
They need to go back, if possible, into history and see what kind of stories they can come up with that would now sell Ghana again to the outside world, for people to know that we have something that is precious.
That's right.
We have a lot of stories to tell. In your opening, I heard you make reference to "I told you so" and all.
Yeah.
I mean, we have thousands of such of them. As a kid growing up, I watched all those movies, and back then we were willing to, pick up tickets and go to the cinema house.
We didn't have
to go
all the
and-
TVs.
Yes. To go and watch.
Yeah.
Simply because you finish watching and you just enjoy what you have watched.
Yeah.
This is truly Ghanaian. This is telling you about the Ghanaian and projecting who we are as Ghanaians.
Yeah.
So I think our script writers need to go back and re-strategize in their script writing and bring us content that will make us feel proud of ourselves.
Black, is it that we don't have creative people when it comes to the script?
We do have, but the point is, it's going to you this way. We have lazy script writers. They don't like to research. They like secondary research. Go on the internet and that is all. But whereas the people that you talk to the people, that's the primary research.
That's right.
You know what the people do. I don't know where in Ghana where you have let me say the villagers painting themselves in their villages. Or we see movies as such.
Sure.
Like Otunfo is going to say you don't sprinkle things with Otunfo.
No.
Or we see movies, Ghanaian movies, we sprinkle things. You see, it's not real, and people are tired of fake things.
If I'm understanding you, then it simply means that we're shooting a Ghanaian movie with Ghanaians, but it's actually not Ghanaian.
That is it.
Yeah.
That is it.
And I second that, because we've been seeing it a lot. I'll give you typical examples. You see people in the village wearing something here, the girls, and then wearing some short skirts, something. And then you see men with something turned down like that. You see madhouses with writings, and then you see men and women with writings. I don't think no, it's not. Is it our culture? No.
It is not Ghanaian at all.
It's not Ghanaian. So it means that we are actually acting some kind of movies from another country with Ghanaians. And one thing I think is the reason that has to do with what you just said is because they are beginning to realize that what they do concerning what we have is not selling. And like you rightly said, the script is the movie. There is no beautiful building without a beautiful building plan. You see, because the building is built on the plan. So if there is something faulty with the plan, it's very possible that building will be faulty too. And that is what we are experiencing right now from what you said. Okay, but however, this also will lead us into wanting to go international with what we have. Because one of the barriers to it is that our movies ends at our borders. The few who get to buy our movies outside this country are Ghanaians outside it. What it simply means is we are not attracting any foreign look. It's all about Ghanaians spread all over. And of course, what is the population of Ghana? If we will divide it by 4, 1 is not ready to watch it. So you will need to get into an African or Ghanaian market in the UK before you're going to see a movie that was shot from Ghana. Yet, Nigerian movies are broken, gone everywhere, to the extent that now we have Nigerians entering Hollywood. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Because the new era will want to enter Hollywood. And how are we entering there? With our actors and our actresses. And we're going to get to a point where they would want to invite us to give them the scripts. They pay good monies for them. We can bring it back into our country, and then our businessmen will start feeling us and also try to help us in a way. How are we going to use the electronic media?
Well,
make that possible.
Thank you very much, Mike. The thing is that we are living in an e-world as I speak to you right now. And just like my learned colleagues just said, contents are being copied, but yet applied reverse libido, like literally trying to do the opposite.
Yeah.
What you don't have, you don't give, literally.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at e-commerce, which is buying and selling goods online, you need to look at the pros and cons, literally. Taking the content there that does not belong to you and using it for what is not yours is very risky.
Yeah.
We are living in a world where there is the World Wide Web. So that's www. And the internet never forgets. We need to just have that at the back of our mind. So that's the reason why we need to gather ourselves together as New Era folks to make a mark, like a legacy mark, on the internet 247 to make sure that things are getting into the mindset of these investors who are watching, because they are watching.
Yeah.
People are literally watching every single time. And you don't need to prepare yourself so much when it comes to e-commerce, because e-commerce itself sells on its own, but your packaging matters.
That's right.
And the tool for the revolution is the e-world.
That's right.
And we need it.
Yeah.
It's necessary. It's not a want.
Okay, so can you give me 2-3 things you were looking at bringing on board the new era
Right.
that will see to what you just said?
Well, for me, in the new era revolution, one of the tools I want to use is the paperless kind of flow, where everybody under the umbrella of this new era would be gathered at a very high level, security inclined e-commerce, where what you're doing is being appreciated by it being sold. I mean, by your packaging and what the great minds we have here will bring together. And so when I say paperless, I'm talking about from your biography to your digital information. A simple database is not even in this country. Let's not forget that. And it's quite very sad. A baby is born today in Colombo and nobody knows about it, literally. And you could literally walk to anywhere and register yourself a SIM card anywhere with any name. And this is what we are here to correct, to make sure the basics from the database right to the upper level is being applied in this house. And the revolution we're talking about is so strong that we, would make sure we take them to that altitude of the e-commerce and also ensure that they stay up there. One thing is to get up there, and another thing is to also to sustain yourself. And so we need the getting up there, and we need the sustenance. And e-commerce, once we are here together as a force, we would apply those forces because the internet, like I said, never forgets. And so we are going to make that mark there by the grace of God. And I believe God is with us.
Exactly. Now, I'm talking about the actors and the actresses.
Right.
I did say right now that we're looking at getting our actors and our actresses straight into Hollywood. Match up with the people there, pick the awards away from them, and walk back home.
And that's an already prepared zone.
Yeah.
So this is the application we're going to use.
Exactly.
If you want to beat the master, you have to be over the master.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
So are we going over the master?
We are going there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Exactly. Now, another one. Okay?
Right.
Because we're looking at how we're going to penetrate the international market.
Right.
So just limiting ourselves to our TVs and our sets around here, we're not going nowhere.
Right.
But internationally, we can't do without the internet.
Right.
Now, corporate organizations outside are now looking at where they can put their money outside their countries.
Right.
What plans do you have that will attract that kind of investment when it comes to e-commerce?
E-commerce. It literally has to do with branding.
Yeah.
From the start.
Okay.
Because most of our visions that we have here is that we're going to raise up actors and actresses who are going to, models, name it, creative industry professionals from the scratch, train them, give them the necessary e-learning to get themselves prepared. And that's how the brand starts, because the brand can speak for itself.
Exactly.
And once we put it online there and keep boosting it up with a strong revolution, internationally, you will be recognized.
Exactly.
These days, you don't go to the embassy to get a visa, and they literally ask you for papers.
Yeah.
They say, go home, we'll get back to you, but they do their own digging. And it's via internet.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to apply.
Exactly.
They're going to use their own rules of engagement back at them to get at them.
Yeah. So simply put, we're going to walk to the embassies and we tell them it's the new era. And they start stamping things, like boom, boom.
Right.
Sometimes we don't even want to go, because once we're self-sufficient within our country, going out there will be on business purposes, and then we're back. But what are we seeing today? Our guys get the opportunity to go there, and they don't come back, they run away. Why do you think they would want to run away?
Wow, well, like I said, everybody wants to make a living.
Yeah.
Businesses, individuals, everybody are in for money. And when when you travel, and there's a saying, travel and see. And sometimes I do say to myself, I've lived in London for about 23 years now. And I always say to myself, you know what, they should just take all Ghanaians from Ghana to London for about a month, then bring them back. Boom, Ghana will change within a year. Because they'll start thinking different, and they'll start working different, and they'll start motivating themselves different. People do get there and they don't want to come because the lifestyle there is a bit different. It's a system that is designed such a way that if you get a job, at least you can make your life a bit comfortable. You can get food, you can get clothing, you can get a car. And they've all got all these services that at least if you get a job, you can easily go to the car showroom and just order for a car. Just with your payroll and whatever, and you get a car. You can easily go to the bank if you're working and you just access a loan. That's for your mortgage, for your house. These services in Ghana, it's not really there.
Do we have any? No systems. Do we have any? No working system. No working system. Well, no systems anyway.
It don't work. It don't work. And so it makes life very difficult in Ghana. Even if you earn maybe 2,000 a month in Ghana, your life is still very difficult. That money is not enough for you and maybe 2 kids, like and your wife. So it makes people, when they get there and they get a job, and maybe you earn about what, £350 a week. Maybe you mean that's good money.
You not that down there?
No, man, you're not coming back. You get me? That's about 30 million plus a week. So a month is about 120 million.
They won't be back.
No, believe me, they're not coming back.
And interestingly, do you know that a lot of them also get out there, like you rightly said, they will leave the creativity, go and clean some toilets and clean some bathhouses and 4 jobs before the night, you know, and then £250. But it's worth it, isn't it? Compared to sitting down here and having all the creativity that is not selling. You bring me into a shop, you give me 20 Ghana cedis. Spend my whole night, give me 20 Ghana cedis. My whole night, 20 Ghana cedis.
No, that's bad.
It's unfortunate, isn't it? But that's the reason why now, if somebody wants to go out there to do something, they will have another money. New era. We would want to look at a situation where we don't even feel like going nowhere. Because what it takes to make somebody live comfortably within our country, talking about our industry, we want to bring it on board so that we can get the people to have what they want. Wonderful. Now I want to thank you for this wonderful discussion. Yeah, but just before you will go, I want us to look at something. Now, New Era itself is coming with departments. When you were talking, if I listened carefully and I understood you well, Black, you mentioned that we're going to have dancers, we're going to have rappers, we're going to have models, and then actors and actresses. Now, we're privileged. New Era is in the country. It's a revolution and it just started. But by God's grace, we've already gone somewhere. You can't even share the money. Come back here. I think I'm joking or something. What? Bro. Share the money, man. I know the money. It's the guy you got. Share the money before you get into a position. Come on. Share the money now!
Oh yeah, give me my money. I know.
This week.
Yes, I will.
Do you take no for an answer?
When I feel like it. Right.
I'll give you 1 day
To get those moves back. If not,
Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Right.